Good afternoon, Nan. How are you?
Good. How are you, Zhang?
I'm really well.
Okay.
Nan, tell me a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Nan, and I have been working in this company for 8.5 years. And my current role is planning and purchasing leader for LSC, HSC, and LSG. This is my first job and first company. So far I've been enjoying it, even though with some challenges, but so far so good.
That's excellent, Nan. So 8.5 years with the company. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your career journey?
Okay. So I started right after graduation from my college. So I started as an inventory planner in Legacy Fisher in Pittsburgh, and I spent 3 years working in that particular site. And afterwards, I moved to China in different roles, including APAC role for service parts and including the local role here that I'm working now. In the past, I've been working with a lot of divisions, peoples, regions, countries. So I have been experiencing almost majority of our Thermo Fisher already. So I'm enjoying the current role as well.
So Nan, over those 8.5 years, we've had the opportunity to interact a number of different times across a number of different roles. When you think about talent development over those last 8.5 years,
so I think that Thermo Fisher is always a company, hold a lot of accountabilities on the results, such as the revenue growth. But as an operational leader for now, I also see the importance coming from talent development. Because without the people, without the team efforts, we can never ever achieve that revenue growth ever in the market. I think this particular situation very applied to China, where you see a lot of aggressive marketing strategies, very competitive players in the market. So I see both importance of this. And currently, from my team's perspective, I see more importance coming from the talent development, because I see that is the opportunity we can further stimulate the revenue growth or company goals. Yeah.
So then, just exploring talent development a little bit more. What are your thoughts on your own personal development versus that of your team? Do you have a development strategy for yourself and also for that of your team?
I do. I think that's always should be aligned. Because you get the personal goals first, and then you seek for that goal around the company, around the teams, around your environment, and then you can apply that yourself. And also at the same time, because the team now, as a team leader, I have the team to work kind of for me and for this company, that needs to be definitely aligned as well, so that both of us, myself and my team members, can achieve the personal goals, hence the team's goals.
Over the last 8.5 years, you've been incredibly successful in a number of different roles. When I think about collaboration and how you've had to partner with different stakeholders and organisations in the business, can you maybe share your thoughts on some of the successes that you've had?
Yes, I would like to, because I do see the value coming from the collaboration. First of all, supply chain is a key function connecting the dots along the chain. So without collaboration, without the collaboration among different goals and different priorities, you will never ever achieve one single thing. So that is, I see a tremendous importance coming from collaboration. And coming from my role in the past years for LSC, supply chain planning VP here, initially when I joined this group, I see different priorities, even contradicting priorities among different functions. But here, when I first joined, I need to understand why they are conflicting with each other, because that is just the phenomenon. You need to really understand the root cause behind such conflicts and then resolve them. Then this collaboration can really help to stimulate the teams and the result.
So then, working in a region that perhaps is of a different time zone to that of our European and US colleagues,
yes.
What advice can you give the team in terms of balancing work and life commitments at the same time with managing execution across these different regions?
Thanks for asking me that question, because that's really challenging sometimes. I'm not saying I'm doing a good job now balancing work and life, but I'm trying to. If I can give any suggestions, one of them would be just standing from the perspective from another angle. So try to balance that off, try to be frank and have open communications. If you cannot have this time slot, just let them know, and then you will have this mutual understanding with each other. And it comes, talking about the professional works itself, also the same. Try to understand their priorities from their side, because you are for example, you are worrying about the schedule, but they are worrying about their inventory control. So how to really utilize the time that you're having efficiently, that's another thing you need to pay attention to. I think that's the overall my two suggestions too, on this topic.
So then just also sharing your perspective on recommending Thermo Fisher to a colleague or to a friend. How would you describe our business?
I think Thermo Fisher is a really big company. We're always acquiring different industries and companies, and we are really on a good improving trend in terms of market share that I do believe. So overall, it's a really good and potential company. But on the other hand, due to the nature of our company, we might see a lot of inefficiencies, a lot of opportunities to improve in terms of the collaboration among different functions and BUs. So I would suggest the team or my friends, if they want to achieve something, this is a good place. If they want to change something, this is a good place. And I also want to share my comments with my current colleagues and team members. Even though they are having challenging jobs and challenging roles, I would still suggest them seeing a big picture rather than really focusing on one or two issues. And then they can be more convinced of our success and hence their career development in this company.
Thank you for your feedback, because it's been incredibly insightful. I just want to ask one more question, but hopefully you could provide some further feedback to our colleagues. So then, what advice could you give your peers or your team members in order for them to think about their own personal career development and how they can accelerate that through our organization?
Sure. Rather than tip one or two, I'll get three, always the principle. So first of all, I would suggest all of us have a firm belief in our company. We should believe in that we're working in a good company, we're working in a good industry, and hence we will have a good career in this company. And second is be positive. Always look from the bright side rather than the negative. We will always face a lot of challenges, and we will work on the weekend, we will work overtimes at night, very late night. But still be positive, because you should believe in that all this will be finished and we will achieve them eventually. And thirdly is just standing from other people's perspective to understand the real challenge under the surface rather than staying at the conflict level. Then we will resolve them, and we will gradually create a more collaborative working environment, and hence we will benefit from such working environment. That's all the three tips I will give and share with my colleagues here. And I wish them to have a much happier working attitude in this company and in this team.
Excellent. So thank you once again. Your feedback has been incredibly insightful.
Thank you, Dom, for having me. Thanks.